Well, have you made a New Year's resolution? Well, a lot of people, the new year might, of course, mean hitting the gym more often or making other healthy choices. But how many of us will stick to these resolutions past the first week of January? Dr. Stephen Rosenberg, a psychotherapist and behavioral health therapist practicing in Elkins Park, has some tips for us to help us stick to all those New Year's promises that we make to ourselves. Welcome to the show this morning, Dr. Rosenberg.
Good morning, Jennifer. How are you today?
I'm good and glad to see you with us bright and early on this Monday morning. Well, doctor, let's start with this. How quickly do folks actually really typically break those New Year's resolutions?
You know, it's very interesting, but third week in January, things start to falter a little bit. So we want those resolutions to stick, and I think we have some good tips in how to do that.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. I want to get to also why these resolutions are so easy to break.
Well, you know, the important thing here is readiness. If somebody is ready to do something, they will. I know when I was ready to stop smoking, I did. When my patients say to me, I'm ready to stop drinking alcohol, they do. Whenever you're ready to stop something, you are able to do it. Readiness is the big factor.
Yeah, kind of that buy-in, I guess. You're saying you've got to want to do it and be ready to do that. But let's talk about some tips, because for a lot of us, it can be very difficult to do that. The first tip that you have is set a realistic goal. Can you give us some examples?
Sure. Realistic goals are very important because, you know, if you want to lose 50 pounds, well, break it down into, hey, look, I can lose a pound a week. I'm not going to lose 5 to 10 pounds a week. So be realistic. Set a goal. Set a miniature goal each and every week. That way you can really make that happen. And you won't get discouraged. The important thing is definitely keep that motivation going. And that is important in every walk of life. I mean, I deal with professional athletes, and to keep them motivated every day, they need to work on that. So does everyone. Everybody needs to work on being motivated to do what they want to do.
Let's talk about this setting of a readiness date for any, things that could be bad habits or habits that you want to change or something that you want to quit. Why is that helpful?
Well, you know, if you want to stop smoking, and look, nobody should smoke. It is the worst situation you could ever want to do. And everybody realizes it. So, you know, set a date. Make that date happen. Set that date and then actually advertise it. Talk to your friends. Talk to your family. Say, hey, you know what? On January 15th, I'm stopping smoking, and that's it. I'm going to do it.
So getting some support, you're saying, from people around you.
Oh, absolutely. Advertise it around with workers that you work with friends, with family. That way, you know, you're going to be ready to do it, and that's your date, and that is it. It's written and stone.
You talked a little bit about this earlier, but let's delve into making those micro solutions again quickly. Tell us a little more about what a micro resolution, I should say, is.
Yeah. So look, you know, if you want to lose weight, so look, you know you shouldn't be eating right to bedtime. So say to yourself, look, I'm going to have one permissible snack after dinner, and I won't have anything to eat past 8 o'clock. That's a micro resolution. I'm going to do that. I had a professional athlete that played here in Philadelphia, and he didn't eat anything past 8 o'clock and lost 45 pounds. Wow. So, you know, make that happen. Make a micro resolution. I won't have any snacks when I come home from work at 4 o'clock when I'm preparing dinner. I'm just going to have dinner. Micro resolutions do work, and that way, you know, you can be motivated to do so. It's changing that behavior that you get comfortable with.
I like that, and I want to get to this last one before we, I don't want to run out of time, so I want to talk about this very briefly. You said visualize yourself making a change. How do we do that?
Yeah, it's very important. When you visualize something in your mind, you are actually doing it. It's a mental rehearsal. So that if I take a person and I say to them, I want you to think about throwing a baseball, let's say, and I hook up a biofeedback monitor to their muscles in their arms, just by visualizing them throwing the ball, those muscles and nerves will contract just as if they're doing it. And that's the same thing. If we see ourselves in our minds as being thin, you will be thin. If you see yourself doing something, you will do it. It is a mental rehearsal. And it's amazing how that process of visualization will help you in everything that you want to do.
Those are some great tips. I guess this doesn't apply to me today because I already ate the Christmas candy this morning for breakfast here. But I can certainly try this. I'm visualizing it right now. No candy tomorrow. Very thin. I can see this. In all seriousness, though, Dr. Rosenberg, great tips. So important just to keep us on track. Thank you. Where can folks go for more information?
Yeah, sure. You can visit my website.
Oh, we cut out there, but we'll get that up on the website for you.
Or
Thank you, Dr. Rosenberg.